Hi Jesse, my name is Kate Bortinsky, and in this video I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. Most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would she be doing this and what's in it for her? Well, the answer's simple. Oftentimes most local business owners are too busy running their business to learn how to improve their online marketing strategy and the benefits it would have for them and their company. And other times, the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is they don't know who's an expert and who isn't. So I have found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things that they can do to impact their business for free has resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hand saying, "Hey Kate, I like you. Can you just handle this for me, please?" So if by the end of this video, you've liked what you've seen and you're thinking, yeah, this information could really move the needle for my business, shoot me a message and we can have a deeper conversation. Or, if at the end of this video, you simply want to take this free attack plan I give you and do it yourself, that works for me too. No harm, no foul. So now, let me show you the 3 things that will set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine. So the first thing I want to go over is content. What is content? Content is how Google knows what you do and who you do it for. Content is the information highlighted on your website that Google is sending back to their algorithm to tell them what you should be found for. There's also content you can't read, like images, but Google is able to read them. So if you right-click on your images and hit Save As, you can see there are keywords hidden behind your images, and we want to make sure that this text is optimized as well. When we don't have enough content, and specifically keyword-rich content that your customers are searching for, how would Google know to show your business for that search term? We have found that most sites ranking in the top 3 spots on Google have a minimum of 1,500 to 2,400 words on their website, and they're using the right keyword content throughout. I went ahead and pulled a word counter, and right now your site is rocking 1,442 words. So let's go ahead and pull your competitor, Vincent's Heating and Plumbing. Their word counter has them showing up at 1,818 words. Not a whole lot more than you, but enough to push them to the top. And if you add an additional, say, 1,000 words of keyword-rich content, that would help boost your business to the top. Now let's look at this tool that I use. It's a tool called Ahrefs. Anyone can use it. I pay a few $100 a month for it. Essentially, it gives me behind-the-scenes insight of your competition and shows the keywords that they're ranking for to attract your customers. It helps me pinpoint the keywords that you should be targeting as well. So when I ran a quick scan on Vincent's Heating and Plumbing here, and if I go click on their keywords, it'll show me the exact keywords that your competition is ranking for and what your customers are searching for every month. And as you can see, your competitors' highest ranking relevant searches are Heating and Cooling Port Huron with 40 searches a month, and then their brand related keywords. So Vincent's Plumbing and Heating, Vincent's Heating and Cooling, Vincent's Heating and Cooling, Vincent's Plumbing, and then Furnace Cleaning Richmond with 10 searches a month. So when we go back to your site now, and we click on your keywords, you're not ranking as high as they are because you're not optimized for these terms. So here's what Google does think your site is related to based on your current content. Superior Heating and Cooling with over 2,100 searches. Now you're sitting in the 9th position for this term. Heating and Cooling Port Huron with 40 searches. You're sitting in the 5th position. And Lennox Spring with 20 searches a month. You're sitting in the 3rd position. It's great that your company is showing up first when someone searches your name, but when a potential customer is looking for your services in your city, your website's not in the top spot on Google. Ultimately, that's costing your business thousands of dollars by not being in that top position. So the first thing you need to do to dominate your competition online is incorporate more keyword-rich content with 1,000 more words on your homepage than your competitor. Because that's what's driving your competitor's business, and it's 100% beatable if you get this done. So let's check this out. If we Google Heating and Cooling Port Huron, in Google first we'll see the ads that are running, and Google Ads can be a great option to generate some quick leads, but that's not something that I want to cover with you today. So moving on to the second thing that I want to show you today, that's citations. You're probably thinking, what's a citation and why does that matter? That's a great question. You can see the Google Maps section here, or what we refer to as the map pack. And you can see the businesses here listed with their name, address, phone number. This is known as your NAP. This is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. So a citation is your name, address, phone number on places like Yelp, the BBB, Yellow Pages, Facebook, and a couple hundred other directories. So now you might be asking, hey Kate, how do I rank highest in maps? So let me explain the number one thing that pushes your business to the top of the map pack and keeps it there. Most companies in the number one spot on Google have around 150 citations. Fantastic job. As you can see, you're number one. So to continue keeping that reign at the top spot, you want to make sure that you have 100 to 200 more citations than your nearest competitor. And when you have more citations than your competitor, you gain more trust from Google than they do, which ultimately that pushes you above them in the map pack. So now you're thinking, great, how do I do that? It's really simple. I'll use sites like WhiteSpark or Bright Local that will tell me exactly which directories that your competition is listed on, and from there, I'll literally the list and get you on the same ones. But I don't stop there, because we don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them online. So if you want to continue your reign at the top spot of the map pack, we'll want to confirm the number of citations your competitor has and then add 100 to 200 more so that it takes them a long time to catch back up. This will continue to generate a steady stream of business for you guys. So now, let's talk about the third and final thing that I want to cover with you today. Link juice, also referred to as backlinks. Now this third pillar will really help you dominate on Google. So when we search for heating and cooling Port Huron, and we scroll down past the map pack, you can see that your site isn't number one. The top spot on Google, that business gets over 39% of the clicks, while the second spot only gets 18%. So that top spot is where you want to be, and to get there, you need authority. So how do you get authority? Well, it comes down to your backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think of it like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice. Kind of like a vote of confidence, and in Google's eyes, this gives site B authority. It's kind of like a popularity contest, and the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link is. So let me give you an example. If you get a local blog or industry-related site, such as one of your suppliers like Bryant or Train, linking back to you, that's a great backlink. But if you're a heating and cooling company and you get a backlink from, say, Casey's linking to you, that's not so great because you don't sell pizza. So if we head back over to your overview in Ahrefs, we can see that you've got 6,400 backlinks. That's great. However, the number of backlinks needed depends on how many your competitors have. So now let's go back to Vincent's Heating and Plumbing. And we can see here that they also have 6,400 backlinks, but some of them are slightly stronger and more relevant sources. Now, by even adding just one good backlink, it can be worth more authority to Google than over 100 irrelevant backlinks. Once again, how do we get these? Well, with Ahrefs, we can see exactly which sites are linking to them, and we can go get these same links for your business. By consistently adding more backlinks than your competitors, you will be number one in the organic search, which will bring your business more customers. Getting you to the top of Google isn't magic, it's just a method, and I've shown you this method today. Now, I know how tough the market is, and I know how dependent small businesses are on third-party companies like Angie's List or HomeAdvisor for extra exposure. I also know how painful it can be to pay for leads that are shared amongst your competitors. What I've shown you today gives you control over your leads and an actionable plan that will have clients coming straight to your door without a broker in between. So in closing, we went over 1. Content. you need to incorporate more keyword-rich content with at least 1,000 more words on your homepage than your competitor. Second, citations. You want to have 200 to 300 citations to beat out your competition by a landslide. And third, link juice. You need more relevant sites pointing to your website to show Google you have more authority than your competitors. And if you implement these 3 strategies today, you can be #1 across Google. So what now? Well, you can either take this information I've shared with you today and run with it on your own. I'm totally cool with that. Again, no harm, no foul. Just send me a quick note that you and your thoughts about it. I'd really appreciate your feedback. However, if you'd rather take the faster, more efficient route and want to save yourself the time and effort in learning to implement these strategies, you can give me a call at 810-358-5645 and we can have a deeper conversation. Once again, my name is Kate Bortinsky and my number is 810-358-5645. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful day.